Game 7 in the World Series. We don't get so lucky every year. Derek, you played in one. What's it like for these guys tonight?
I tell you what, this is what you look forward to as a player. Ever since you're in Little League, you want to play in a Game 7. When I was thinking about this particular Game 7, it's eerily similar to the one I played in 2001 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Up until this point, Toronto's actually played much better than the Los Angeles Dodgers. But somehow, they've won 3 games, 2 with Yamamoto pitching, but they've won 3 games, and it's an even series. When we were playing Arizona, they played much better than us, but we snuck out 3 games at home with some late inning heroics. So if you are the Toronto Blue Jays, you're going to have to take this championship from the Los Angeles Dodgers. We knew in Game 7 we weren't going to beat ourselves. You're going to have to take it from us, and that's the same thing they need to do.
Man, this is crazy. I'm telling you, I'm not playing anymore, and I couldn't wait to get here today, because Game 7 is what everybody want to be. A friend of mine that I haven't talked to him in years called me for tickets, and I told him, man, I thought I missed out your funeral because I haven't talked to you. I thought you were dead. He called me for a ticket, Kevin. I'm like, why is that? He said, because it's Game 7. Everybody want to be there, Papi. Hook your body, hook your boy up.
I can imagine that.
By the way, it must be some friend if you thought he was dead.
Yeah, that must have felt pretty good when he said that. No, but fellas, look, I mean, this is unbelievable. We're in the World Series. This is our Super Bowl. It is so exciting. I mean, I got to tell you, the only thing better than doing, I wish I was playing. I really do. That would be awesome. But when you think about the Super Bowl, what's different about baseball, there's a romance, there's a cadence. It's like a 7-episode docuseries. We're all invested in the characters, in the strategy, in the storyline. And this is Game 7, Episode 7, and it must watch, just like Game of Thrones. You gotta watch it.
I love it. Beauty. Every single pitch, you're sitting on your hands because it's so nerve-wracking. That's the great thing about tonight. Here's how we got here, how the series has played out so far. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. putting a postseason together for the ages. 28 hits, ranking as the 2nd most in playoff history. He's hit 360, pair of home runs in this World Series. Game 3 was a classic. Shohei Ohtani had 2 homers, tied a major league record by reaching base 9 times. Game went to the 18th, though. That's when Freddie Freeman hit his 2nd career World Series walk-off homer, and the Dodgers a 2-1 series edge. But Blue Jays won the next 2, and then the Dodgers ace Yoshinobu Yamamoto has dominated. Tossed a complete game in Game 2, backed it up with 6 innings of 1-run ball in Game 6. 14 strikeouts, just 1 walk in the series. He has been absolutely terrific. And so this is the first World Series Game 7 since Max Scherzer actually started for the Nationals in 2019. He'll start again tonight for the Blue Jays. Dodgers just 2-5 all-time in World Series Game 7s. It's Toronto's first ever Game 7 in the Fall Classic. And so, with so much on the line, we go to Ken Rosenthal. We start with the Blue Jays. Ken, what is their pitching plan going to be tonight?
Kevin, the beauty of a Game 7 from a pitching perspective is that neither manager can tell you exactly how things will play out. Blue Jays manager John Schneider said he has 4 or 5 roadmaps he could follow. And once Max Scherzer is out of the game, those roads could lead to 22-year-old rookie Trey Savage coming off his historic 12 strikeout performance in Game 5. Schneider isn't quite sure how he will deploy Savage. He has Chris Bassett, Sir Anthony Dominguez, and Louis Varland available early, and also Jeff Hoffman late. But Savage, on 2 days rest, looms as perhaps the most intriguing option, and possibly for more than 1 inning. Now, for the Dodgers pitching strategy, here's Tom Verducci.
Well, thanks, Ken. How was your week? Let me tell you about Shohei Ohtani's week. On Monday, he plays for 6.5 hours. He's on base 9 times. The next day, he takes the ball to the 7th inning as a starting pitcher. And the next day, Dave Roberts says, hey, are you available for a Game 7? Shohei says, I'm in. After the Dodgers Game 6 win, Roberts goes back to Ohtani and says, how about starting Game 7? Shohei says, okay. Now, no governors tonight. Dave Roberts says there's no pitch count limit, no innings limit. He's just going to watch the way Shohei pitches. After that, get this. All 4 Dodgers starters are in play tonight. Ohtani, of course. Tyler Glasnow. He pitched last night, actually had a little bit of side discomfort. We'll see about him. Blake Snell could be the closer. And yes, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. After throwing 96 pitches last night, he reports to work today, goes to Mark Pryor and says, I'm ready to pitch in relief tonight. All 4 Dodger starters in play. Fascinating game.
It's like Little League stuff. Great reporting, guys. Awesome information there. So let's start with Ohtani because, look, it is perfect that it all comes down to him. Now, he's only pitched on 3 days rest 1 time in his career, and that was after a rain-shortened start. So him getting the ball tonight, I don't know. For drama, it's perfect.
And not only is it perfect, but we've never seen this before, and we may never see this again in our lifetime. The fact is, you have a great starting pitcher who's your ace, who's also leading off. But look, 3 days rest. Don't forget, he's had 2 Tommy John surgeries, and he's a max effort guy, which means his velocity will be there. But the thing to watch that's most important, his command could suffer. So that's the thing to watch. Dave Roberts will have no limits on him. He will have no rope. But if they can pull out 12 to 15 outs, they'll be thrilled.
The thing that I will watch tonight is what Ohtani going to focus on, pitching or hitting. Remember, he's facing one of the most feared teams when it comes down to offense, which is the Jays. They like to create traffic on the bases. They like to put a ball in play. They don't strike out as much. But in the other hand, it seems like the Dodgers, they only hit collectively when he hit. So he had to be in charge with stopping that offense and at the same time hit. I would like to see what he's going to focus on.
I think he's going to go as long as he wants to. I think they're going to leave it up to him, because anytime you're a manager, when you make it a pitching change, you have to say, is the guy I'm bringing in, is he better than the one that's on the mound? Unless you're bringing in Yamamoto, I don't think anyone coming behind him is better than Ohtani. So I think he's going to stay out there as long as he's comfortable. Obviously, if he gets in a little bit of a jam, they'll pull him. But I think it's entirely up to Ohtani. And the thing is, he amazes us no matter what, because he's starting Game 7 of the World Series. And then he's also the biggest threat for them offensively. So it's going to be fun to watch, and we're going to see where they go from here. Another interesting thing, I want to see how Snyder handles him from an offensive standpoint. Why don't you just walk him so he never sits down between innings?
Interesting.
Got a point.
You know, KB, the other thing to watch is, you know, you said it yesterday in the postgame, Cap, where you said the defense helps the offense and vice versa. Well, you got to keep this in mind, that the Dodgers offense has only scored 6 runs the last 3 games. That pressure goes on the pitcher, and it will go directly on Ohtani's shoulders, like if he doesn't have enough pressure.
Yeah, for sure. You know he can handle it. Now we'll see if the Blue Jays respond. It's going to be so much fun tonight.